Hi, my name is Kate. Welcome to my channel, and this is my book review of Ana Huang's Twisted Game. This is book 2. This is not a dark romance, and I've only read it despite telling myself I wouldn't read any more Ana Huang's book because I was disappointed with King of Wrath. Was it? Yeah, because it was like boring, a snooze fest, but this one, it exceeded my expectation. This is the first book outside Rinaken that is not like dark romance that I actually like. I'm giving this book a story rating of 5, 1 the lowest, 5 the highest, and the spice is also 5. I love how this is very unproblematic. It's romantic, it's a little bit of action, the character development, especially Rhys, from being stone cold grumpy US Navy SEAL veteran. And I also love the strong female lead of Queen Bridget. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but yeah, she's a princess turned queen to Eldora. And I love the spice of this book. It's actually 5. For the first time, I've read a book with the spice rating of 5 as the highest, that is not dark romance, that is not like mafia related. This is like a feel good. And actually, no, let me tell you the story before I take too much of your time. So Rhys is a US Navy SEAL veteran who had a childhood trauma, who has also trauma from being a SEAL, and actually doesn't like Eldora. Bridget is the princess of Eldora. Her brother Nikolai is the prince, actually the crown prince, who is going to be the next king. She doesn't like attention, so she moves to Washington to study for college. And because her private bodyguard or royal bodyguard is about to be a father, he took a leave, and then Rhys was the contractor that they hired. So for the first time in royal history of Eldora, they hired an American contractor, and that is Rhys. The moment they see each other, they immediately have like spark. But when Rhys opened his mouth, she thought that he is an awful, prideful, egoistic person, but there's still an attraction. And on the beginning, they are like in front, they are like enemies because Rhys is very squared and bossy and grumpy because he's a US Navy SEAL. He has a lot of PTSD and all that stuff. Actually, he has CPTSD, complex PTSD. So Bridget obviously doesn't like it because her previous royal guard was very kind to her, was letting her go to the concert and let the normal people activity like done. However, as soon as Bridget starts fighting Rhys, she gets into trouble, such as being captured with Ava, and it was him who saved them, followed by Alex, sorry. But out of nowhere, her brother Nikolai, the crown prince, abdicated to marry his commoner girlfriend, and now she is forced to be the queen. The golden rule of Eldora is that royals are not allowed to marry civilian, and they are now catching feelings. Like, they used to be enemies, but they are now admitting their connection, their what is called chemistry to each other. And so when she found out that she's going to be the replacement, the queen, she rebelled, and then she made this bucket list. And Rhys made that bucket list happen in Costa Rica, where I'm from now. And so after that, when she returned to the royal, obviously she no longer need a SEAL veteran contractor to be her guard, but she offered an extension of Rhys' contract, but Rhys did not accept it because he was hurt, and he knows that he is a complicated man with a lot of trauma, so he stayed away from Bridget. But Bridget didn't know that Rhys is falling for her, And so he left, and Bridget looked like a walking zombie. Like, she is extremely depressed because of the pressure of being queen. She has to do the training for a queen, and she has to face the people, their problem, and the parliament, because parliament doesn't like a woman to lead the country, because it never happened in history. But out of nowhere, Christian called the king, and he returned as the permanent bodyguard. And when he returned as a permanent bodyguard, that's when they had this secret relationship where they sneak around as a couple. However, because she's a queen to be, she is supposed to have a marriage with someone with royal blood, and that's where Stefan is. However, Stefan has also like a dark secret, but that's too much spoiler. Anyway, that's how it goes. First, I love the character development. I wouldn't tell too much of the story now for you to read, because I highly recommend this book. And how the relationship went, the parliament, everything is so perfect. It was a happy ending. It was a very happy ending, like a fairy tale. And actually, I love Eldora as a kingdom. Now with the likes, I like how the character development is, the strong female lead, the plot twist. I actually didn't expect the plot twist, especially with the twist on Rhys' childhood trauma and his story in the military. That's actually like, wow, my jaw dropped. Also, the most unexpected twist is Andreas, who he is, and his main purpose why he returned back to Eldora from London, where he is actually supposed to be living normal life. And I've also loved how the character development of Bridget, from being not wanting to be in the spotlight, that's why she escaped by living in US, to actually being what she's meant to be. And I also love what Rhys and Bridget says. I actually want to get a tattoo of it, but I feel like it's expensive. It says, you will always end up where you are meant to be. And I feel like this book is also special because it mentions Costa Rica and how, you know, the people of Costa Rica is, that's why, well, you have to read the book, something like that. I also love how the grandpa, this is the first book where I saw the grandpa, the crown king, as unproblematic, as he is a king who has a good heart for the people and for his grandchildren. And Bridget is the first female lead who has her own issue, but it didn't take like her attitude, the story. It was just very light. It was unproblematic. That's why I love this book so much. That's why I highly recommend you. My only dislike in this book is the villain, because obviously he's the villain. I dislike him. But I'm imagining the villain on how he treated Bridget just because she's a woman and she's the future queen of Eldora. I didn't like it. And I also didn't like how he treated Rhys. But in the end, I still love this book. It's a feel-good, relax. This book will help you out or get out of a reading slump, because I've read all Rina Kent's book and I was on reading slump. But I picked this and it actually helped me. So I do recommend this book for you. Please read it. I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoy it. I devoured it for a day. I literally, like, entire Saturday, I read all of this. And I like it a lot. So thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe. And have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.